2021 is already in full swing, and I think it's safe to say that the craziness of sneaker releases that we saw in 2020 is not slowing down anytime soon in 2021. All the sneaker releases that are already set for January 2021 and the rest of the year are looking absolutely nuts. There's already so much stuff jam-packed into January, and that's exactly what we're going to cover here in this video. So for 2021, the sneaker release videos are back. We're going to lay out all the popular releases in a short little video here to give you everything you need to know about the upcoming releases coming this month. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. I will have most, if not all, of these sneakers that I talk about in this video in hand for you guys for review and on feet. So be sure to keep it locked to the channel. But with all that being said, let's jump into the releases. So getting it started here with the beginning of the month, we have the Air Jordan 1 Volt Gold slated for this Saturday, January 9th, coming out for a retail price of $170. And the availability of this sneaker is already shaping up to look like a lot of the previous Jordan 1s that we saw come out last year. These are already loaded on the Foot Locker app. It appears like the distribution and general availability is probably pretty similar to what we saw last year. This sneaker might be a kind of love it or hate it shoe because it looks like it is a little bit of a new design for the Jordan 1. Plus, it has some interesting colors that I'm not sure I'm in love with, but I will 100% have this video in hand for review. So again, be sure to keep it locked to the channel. Next up, we have some release dates that have already changed and might fluctuate a little bit more, but you may have seen pictures of these. There are like at least 5 different Nike Dunks coming out in the middle of January, kind of between the 14th, maybe the 17th. Some of them are loaded on the Foot Locker release calendar, but it looks like we're getting like 5 different colors. One is the UNLV that kind of really looks similar to the off-white Nike Dunk Low in that kind of red and gray color that we saw come out. Then we have a UNC colorway. All these look really cool. The retail price is right around that $100 mark as well. And again, like I mentioned, they are coming out at Foot Locker. So it seems like in 2021, they're going to start pumping out the Nike Dunk, which, you know, a lot of people might feel some way or another, but hey, I'll take it. I think it's a good thing. People want the Dunk, so it looks like Nike is delivering. Next up on January 15th is the Raygun pack. So there's a few different shoes included in this kind of general pack. There's an Air Force One, there's a Kyrie, there's a Blazer. It looks pretty cool. I don't think this is going to be crazy hyped, but it's a shoe that I'm sure, or a pack that I'm sure people are really going to go after. Again, it's slated on the Foot Locker release calendar, so I'm sure we'll see some interest in that. But let me know what you guys think of that pack. I do think it's pretty cool, and I'm excited to pick up a couple things from that pack. Following that, on the next day, we get the long-awaited Jordan 13 Starfish. This is going to drop on January 16th. Comes out for retail price of $190. This is really pretty cool. It's a white and starfish orange colorway of the 13s. I've seen this tease for quite some time, so I'm definitely interested to see how these are in hand. Another shoe I will 100% have for a review and on feet. This could be another love it or hate it shoe. This orange is really kind of interesting on a 13, but definitely let me know what you guys think. That will be similar availability to, I'm sure, some of the 13s that we saw come out in 2020 as well. Next up, on the 21st, we get another women's exclusive shoe. Nike did a lot with that in 2020, but we get the Jordan 4 women's Starfish. So again, a kind of cool, new, interesting colorway and a women's exclusive sneaker. Always love to see that. I'm sure there's going to be definitely some hype behind those. The Jordan 4 definitely feels like a really popular Jordan retro model at the moment, so those will be excited to see as well. Not sure the exact distribution on those, but probably going to be pretty similar to previous women's releases that we saw in 2020. Following that, on January 22nd, we get another Jordan Retro release. This time, it's the Jordan 9 Dark Charcoal, coming out for a retail price of $190. I expect this distribution to be the same as all the previous Jordan Retros. This is a shoe I'm not too crazy about, at least with these initial photos. I haven't really seen too much in-hand pictures or, you know, anything like that yet. Again, a shoe I definitely should be able to get my hands on, so keep it locked to the channel for that review. Excited to check it out nonetheless. You know, 9s are always nice to see and see what Jordan's up to in terms of materials and designs and colorways. So we'll be sure to check that one out on the 22nd. Getting closer to the end of the month, we see the Chinese New Year pack. This was a sneaker. One of these sneakers was one I've seen rumored for a while. We got a Jordan 1 Low and a Jordan 5 Low. I've seen pictures of these 1 Lows kind of everywhere. These look really pretty interesting and pretty cool. I'm really not sure where these are going to come out. It might be really limited or maybe only something in China, something like that. Might be kind of hard to get your hands on, but if I can check them out, I definitely want to. They look like an interesting shoe. Those design patterns on there definitely look pretty cool, but that is going to be at least part of what we see for the Chinese New Year pack on the 23rd. And now getting into some of the releases that don't have hard set release dates in January, but are slated to come out in the month of January. We have two Yeezy releases. Number one, we've seen a lot of pictures of before. This one is really highly anticipated, either in a bad way or a good way for a lot of people. It feels like a love it or hate it shoe, but we got the Yeezy 700 700 V1 in the Sun colorway. I actually think I saw something this morning saying that the retail price could be lower than the generic $300 retail price point of V1 700s, so that would be pretty cool to see. This feels like the Wave Runner, but with a really bright accent to it, so we'll see how that comes out. We'll see the actual release date, but again, another shoe I should be able to get my hands on, and one that I'm really interested to see in person for sure. Beyond that, the second Yeezy sneaker that Yeezy Mafia has said will be releasing this month is the Yeezy 380 Yeekurate. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. Haven't seen too much about this shoe at all, but this is another 380. This is one I feel like is probably going to go under the radar. Sort of looks similar to other colorways, but I'll try to pick it up. Not exactly sure on that hard set release date yet, but Yeezy Mafia does have it slated for a January release. Next up is a shoe that I actually have on the way. This is going to be another Jordan 1 mid. I believe the release date is like January and or February. If you've seen a lot of my videos in the past around Jordan 1 mids, you know that they don't have a hard set release date, at least typically. And this one I picked up when it dropped online on Eastbay not too long ago, so I will have that in hand for review. But it's a really cool looking shoe. It reminds me a lot of the banned Jordan 1 mid that we saw. It looks like the same quality and materials, except this one is the Royal colorway. So that's a really cool one. I'm sure a lot of you guys will be interested in that sneaker as well. Should start popping up at retailers more and more over the next couple of weeks and probably into February as well. Keeping in that same vein of the Jordan 1 mid, we have the Air Jordan 1 mid, both men's and grade school, called the All-Star Game colorway. And yes, of course, I say All-Star, it's probably going to be a February release, but I have seen that the grade school sizes have started popping up at retailers even into December. I've seen people pick them up in December, in January. So maybe those don't have a hard set release date either, even though they're being called the All-Star colorway. So those could start popping up at retailers. Just another thing to keep on your radar for January, but that's a pretty cool shoe. It feels a little bland to me in my opinion, but resale prices are already pretty crazy on that sneaker, so definitely interested to see how that one goes out kind of as the release goes along. And perhaps the biggest and one of the most anticipated sneakers of the year, at least so far in 2021, is the Jordan 1 Trophy Room. These things look absolutely crazy. They're going to be insanely limited. I want to say there's only like 12,000 pairs of these things in existence. I believe all of them are numbered as well. Not sure if this is a January release. I've seen more rumors that it could be a February release, but more and more in-hand pictures have surfaced, and it seems like they could be releasing soon, so I wanted to include it in this list. Not exactly sure, but this is a big one. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys want to pick up this shoe. I know I want it. These things are sick, and I think definitely one of the best Jordan 1s that we've seen in a while. I'm really excited for that release. So I think it's safe to say there is plenty on the radar for January as well as into February and the rest of 2020. So let me know what sneakers you guys are excited for. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to keep it locked to the channel for all of my future videos with a lot of these sneakers that I talked about here today. And I'll catch you guys again real soon on the next video.